3 weeks ago, James, a friend of mine, asked me if I wanted to go caving. Naturally, as an adrenaline junkie, I immediately said yes. We met at the cave, which I will not locate for everyone's safety. We put our equipment on, and we headed into the darkness, nothing to show our path other than the fiery orange glow of our headlamps. We walked to the cave. The beautiful silence of the stone underground tunnels was alluring. We continued walking for another 20 minutes, when we found a room. The room was covered in cave paintings of people running from a strange eldritch monster. In the centre of the room, a large rock sat covered in carvings in a strange language neither of us understood. "What the hell is this place?" James asked, shining his light, inspecting the strange rock. "Hang on, I can move this," James said, starting to push the large rock. "Lend a hand, won't you?" James asked. We pushed the rock out of the way, revealing a large round hole in the ground. The hole was so deep we couldn't see the bottom of it. After spending 2 minutes debating, we set up our harnesses and got ready to head down. James stood at the edge of the hole, his rope attached to a stalagmite outside the room. Suddenly, a green tentacle rose from the hole and wrapped its way around James' leg. It tried pulling him down. I grabbed his shoulders. "Don't let me go, please, don't let me go!" James screamed as the tentacle pulled from his leg, with the pulling force of a space shuttle. The tentacle gave another pull, and James went flying out of my hands and down into the abyss. His scream still haunted my nightmares. I looked down the hole to see the monster from the paintings climbing its way up. I ran out the room, stumbling through the caves which were at one stage beautiful and now terrifying. I ran for what felt like hours, until I exited the cave and dived into my car. I revved up the engine of my car and then saw it. A strange green eldritch monster stood at the edge of the cave, its glowing red eyes burning my soul like fire. I got back to my house 2 hours later. I hadn't left my room for 3 weeks. I'm writing this now because I saw the creature crawling its way up my driveway. It's coming for me. James stood in the dark corridor of his high school, with terror rippling through his weak body. He stared at the creature emulating his friend. "Come over here, James Arthur Brown. Come join us," his friend said in a crude emulation of human speech. James turned and ran down the familiar yet scary corridors of his school. James turned around, the eldritch creature emulating his once best friend, sprinting down the corridor, yet not running like a human, running like an emulation of a human. "Come back, we won't hurt you," James' friend said, the hollow eye sockets burning the back of his neck. James reached the front of his dark school, the sweat dripping down on his terrified face. James hastily climbed over the green metal fence surrounding the large school. "James, you have been very bad," the strange creature said behind him. James landed on the opposite side of the fence, the damp grass cushioning his fall. James got up, brushed his knees, and ran, never once turning around to see if it was following. James awoke the next day. School was closed, pending investigation. The school would never open again.